I find that technical analysis is so great because, we don't need to figure out if we should buy or not this stock. Yeah, should I buy? I see some positive news. I see some negative news. What should I do? This is way too complex. Look at the pattern that the stock is doing. The stock is telling us. Let's try to find some trading and investing opportunities in the stock market today. Tesla is up $2.48, 1.34%, closed at 187.58. Post market down by 5 cents. So let's look at what we have here on the chart. On the daily chart, there are no buy signals yet. We are going sideways. We are stuck between 180 right here at the bottom and 194.35. When and if we break 194.35, if we also have a stochastic over 60 at the same time, and this is my stochastic, you can take a look at it and pause on it. So once we have stochastic over 60 and 194.35, then this is going to be a buy impulse. This is how I want to describe it. A buy impulse is an imbalance between the buyers and sellers. Right now, there is an equilibrium between the buyers and sellers between the two numbers that I just mentioned. So the stock is moving like this. It's just going sideways. There is nothing to do here. We just have to wait. Once we are going to break 194.35, this is going to mean that the buyers are now winning. This is a buy impulse. So above 194.35, there's no more noise. This is a signal. This is a buy impulse. And then you can decide to buy. And because we like to buy when things are going in the right direction, we are most likely buying low. And this is going to go higher at some other point in time. If we look at the 1 hour chart, then something else is happening because here we have a lot more details. And here we have the buy impulse. The buy impulse happened today. This is the first candle of the day. I mentioned yesterday, then if we broke 187.45, this is going to be a buy impulse since we already had stochastic over 60 and also since we were already outside of a downward channel. The channel is no longer going down. The stock is no longer going down. So it's no longer going down. It's no longer going sideways. So what else is there? It's going higher. And we have stochastic over 60 to help us confirm that. So right now we have a buy impulse on the 1 hour chart. So if you want to take a little bit of a swing, this is the time to do it. It does not mean that this is going to go to $500. The first thing that the stock is going to have to break is 194.35. It's still going to have to break that, but it could just cave into this and you can still make money there if you sell at the right time, buying at 187 or 188 tomorrow morning and then selling at 194 would yield a little bit of a profit. So if you trade on the 1 hour chart, you are going to get many more trading opportunities, but each one of them is going to be for a smaller amount. And that's fine if you want to do that. If you trade on the daily chart, you are going to get less buying opportunities. But once you are going to position yourself into one, then you will make, on average, a lot more money. So here are all of the buy impulse buys that I mentioned on my channel. And you see each time, we have a big move up. You can look at my previous videos for each of them. So right now on the daily chart, nothing to do. Let's just wait. Let's take a look at the VIX. So VIX is going down. We like this. This is helping the stock market. We are down 1.76. Government bonds are going sideways. Nothing special here. US dollar, we are still inching up, inching a little bit higher since Monday. So this is not helping the stock market as a whole. Let's take a look at the stock indices. So Dow Jones is continuing. This is the current channel it is in. So this is bullish. This is going higher and higher, making higher lows, making higher highs. We have stochastic over 60. This one is going to continue, of course, until it does not. And when it starts breaking this support line right here, then you can start taking profit if you are invested in something that replicates the Dow Jones. S&P 500, nice day. So up 0.82%. So we were stuck a little bit here. I know we had the top and now we broke it. And now We are getting close to the resistance right here. So we might be expecting some slowdown. This is what happens when we get close to here. Look at this. It gets close, slow down. It gets close, slow down. Gets close, slow down. So there, chances are that we could be having a little bit of a slowdown also. Nasdaq index, we had a top right here, and then we just broke that top today. So this is going higher and higher. Let's now take a look at our EV stocks. BYD, this was very interesting. It was very close to support, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. Then boom, we had a move up right here. If we were breaking 181.91 on the 1-hour chart, we would be having a buy impulse. This is a valid buy impulse right here. We don't know until when it's going to go. It could even come back lower than 181 right away. That happens. But this is a buy impulse. We had buyers and sellers on that frontier. So the sellers were right here and they were preventing the stock to go higher. Except today, boom, we have crossed the frontier. This is a buy impulse. You can use that. You can use this information. You can do what you want with it. You can buy, you cannot buy. You make your own decision. Rivian, no move yet. We are still under this downward resistance, so nothing to do with this one. Xpeng, the same thing. We need to break 883 in order to have a buy impulse, and we did not have it today. I find that technical analysis is so great because, we don't need to figure out if we should buy or not this stock. Should I buy? I see some positive news. I see some negative news. What should I do? This is way too complex. Look at the pattern that the stock is doing. The stock is telling us we have a balance between the buyers and sellers. Boom, the balance has been broken. Do something. It's so easy. It does not take much time. You see, I go through 20 stocks in 10 minutes. NEO, we have our buy signal on the 1-hour chart. So we had the buy signal yesterday, I remember. Not on the daily chart because we don't have stochastic here. We are still above 580 today. If I switch on the 1-hour chart, you see what I was mentioning. Yeah, we had the break yesterday and now we are staying above today. So this is still a valid buy impulse. You can use it. Let's look at the Magnificent 7 Apple. Apple is pretty boring. I'm going to tell you right now, we are at 59. We don't have stochastic over 60. It has been zigzagging like crazy. So, before 198.35, I would be careful with that one. When something zigzags like this, I don't tend to trust it too much. Amazon still maintaining its move that we had since last Friday. But this one is hard to trade right here because, we have a gap here and we don't know what is going to happen. We could be going higher or we could be going lower. So if we start going higher, we are going to know it because this is a congestion zone also. If we start breaking 172.55, then you can consider that another buy impulse, then get into it. Google is just continuing on to its within its bullish channel. We don't have stochastic over 60, but the channel is so tight. So stochastic over 60 is less important in those cases. Meta, same thing. So just use this resistance right here at 185.79. Microsoft, this is a top here, we see the top 415.25. And support is at 394.19. This is going sideways. We are going to know eventually which way it wants to go. NVIDIA is super strong. This one is very, very strong. But we are close to a resistance. And this move right here is very interesting because we were hugging the resistance line. And then instead of going down, we pretty much went sideways. So, people did not lose much money right here. And then it started to go higher. This time, what is going to happen? Nobody knows. Right now, it seems like it wants to break this. So this is pretty strong. ARM. Oh boy, look at this. ARM, I did not get into it. I was busy with other things, but look at this. 25% beat. This one is going to the moon. This is absolutely crazy. I gave my call on Monday. It just broke 71.97. It did not have stochastic over 60. Did it get it yesterday? No, it did not get it yesterday, but I said you could chance it because the bullish channel is quite tight and I should have gotten into it. But right now it's going to open at 100. This is absolutely crazy. We can't catch them all. What can I say? I caught this one though. So Palantir up 1.73. So that's a decent move up. So it's continuing and now it's reaching the resistance side of the bullish channel. The resistance side is right here. So we could be expecting some cooling down a little bit. If we don't cool down and continue, then the next stop is going to be around 28 bucks. So this is where we could be going. And there's also a 27.53 right here. So we could be going up to that point. Let's look at AMD, nothing to see here. Gold going sideways, silver continuing its move down, Bitcoin going sideways. If we break 44,706, then this is another buy impulse. It looks like it wants to do it. It has not done it yet, but watch it. Ripple has been going sideways for a while. We'll see what it wants to do. Neo battery material, this one wants to come back into its bullish channel right here. So maybe this one we are going to have to check very soon to get back into it. Nouveau Graphite is moving just a little bit higher. We could be getting a buy impulse on the 1 hour chart if we break 207. And phase, we had some negative surprise, but it just jumped like crazy. I don't know exactly why, but it still has not broken 132.52. So it's still within this big congestion zone. Technically, the buy signal just happened today, but it could also come back down. So better to wait for 132.52. This ARM thing bugs me a lot. We'll see what happens tomorrow. It could open a little bit lower, but this is absolutely incredible. This was the entry right here. We had this congestion zone, the same rule. I'm using the same rules all the time. We are into a congestion zone. There is no bearish channel. We are outside of it. We are going sideways. And when we have a break, this is the time to get in. So the time to get in was at 58. And then look at what happened. And this one was so strong that it kept hugging the resistance, even broke it, cooled down a little bit, try it again, cool down. And, we had the opportunity this week because this was just a little bit of a move, just barely enough to tell us that it wanted to go back up again. And look at this. If it opens at $100 tomorrow, I'm going to try not to beat myself too much. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my trading affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow and I'm going to tell you.